Hey guys, Sagobert here. I just wanted to make a quick update video on what is happening to Chronicle and my YouTube channel. A couple of weeks ago, Glenn made a Reddit post, and there he pretty much summarized the mood of the community, what the concerns of the player are regarding the game. He listed a bunch of points, and I pretty much agreed with everything he said. That Chronicle is in a rather questionable state because they said they would do card changes like once a week for every week, like for 6 or 7 weeks. They did they made one balance change and like one update with a bunch of changes, and that was it. So it seems like they are not going to do what they said they would do with the balance changes, and that's not everything. They also moved Mod Merchant over to old school RuneScape, and the invitational tournament that was supposed to be happening in summer still hasn't happened, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't really think anyone thinks that. And it pretty much seems like Jagex is not really caring anymore about RuneScape Chronicle. You hear almost nothing, or pretty much nothing, from all their employees about Chronicle. And the game still doesn't have a spectator mode, so I don't really think Chronicle is actually gonna be moving forward a lot, and there's a big problem with Jagex not responding to anything. And I think that's not okay from Jagex. I guess they are doing it to do damage control, because if they would make a post or some sort of response saying what their plans with Chronicle are, it would probably lead to nobody ever buying something from their store again in Chronicle. Because I think the reality is that Jagex does not want to move forward with Chronicle. I don't think they want to invest any more money in it. I don't know for how long they are gonna keep up the servers. I think it's very unfortunate because I had so much fun playing Chronicle, but right now the player numbers are decreasing day by day. They have been for months and months since the Steam release. And it's expected that they would decrease after the release, because when a free-to-play game gets released on Steam, the game always gets a bunch of players because it's free-to-play and people just go and check it out. But Chronicle was never able to pull the numbers back up. It just kept decreasing to a point where on Steam the peak goes to 100 players on an average day. And yeah, people are saying that Steam doesn't properly represent the player base because not everybody is using Steam. But the trend, I think, is properly represented on the Steam chart. And also you have to keep in mind that Jagex tries to make the players use Steam instead of their client, because they made some offers there with what did they make? Let me check out quickly. Yeah, the foundation packs and stuff. They put that on Steam, and you weren't able to get it like from a different source. So I think the Steam numbers are a reliable source, and it unfortunately looks like Chronicle is about to die sooner or later, and Jagex is not trying to save it. They are, unfortunately, I don't think they are making money with it anymore. They seems like they are letting it die. So I think that's like super unfortunate, because Chronicle was a pretty special game, very unique concept, and I'm sad to see Jagex not continuing with it. I think there was a chance, like obviously Chronicle was never going to be as big as Hearthstone, for example, but I think there was a good chance that Chronicle gets to like a decent size where you have a really nice player base and everything. And I think the way they are acting like right now, JX, I don't think it's fair to the community because there has been a core player base since the start, and by just ignoring them, I think they are being very, very unfriendly, and I don't think that's okay from JX. So basically, Chronicle is unfortunately sooner or later going to get shut down probably. I don't know. You can still reach Fun Orb, which is also something from Jagex. It's a site where you can play games, but doesn't really work anymore. And that site also died in like 2010 or so. You can still reach it, but Jagex is not doing anything with it. So maybe the same is going to happen to Chronicle, where they keep up the servers, but basically they don't do anything else. I don't know. I think it's very unfortunate. So moving forward, my YouTube channel has been only RuneScape Chronicle content, except for one video with Gwent, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it with Gwent really. Like the gameplay that I experienced in the tests was just, it's so slow. I actually almost prefer playing Gwent in The Witcher because there you play against the computer and the computer just makes decisions in 1 second. So you have a very fluent game, but when you play Gwent against a real opponent, I think it's sort of like maybe they can improve it. I just got the email today that I can play the closed beta. Maybe I will check it out again. But for now, no more card game content on my channel. Since Chronicle is basically dead, I don't want to produce any more content for Chronicle. Not because it wouldn't be fun, it would be a little bit fun, but for sure not as fun as it was like months ago. And I really think Jagex doesn't deserve it that anyone makes content for their game anymore. So I'm gonna be doing something different. I was thinking of making RimWorld videos, which is something very different, I know, but I just want to do what I find fun, and I like RimWorld. It's a great game. It's something like I think only one guy does it. Like I think it's one guy doing it, but has some more people. But there's like one major brainnet. It's just the game is in alpha and it's worth every euro you put into it. Like I think it's 20 euros, and I bought it. I already played it in 2014, and back then it was already a great game, and it's getting better day by day. And I just think supporting projects like RimWorld is very worth it, and it's a super fun game. So I want to make a RimWorld series because I love playing the game, and I understand, like my YouTube channel has 89 subscribers, and I guess all of them were because of RuneScape Chronicle, and very likely 90 or 95% of my subscribers don't want to see any other content because why would it's so different, RimWorld and a card game. So I'm sorry that my channel is getting this rapid like change, but Chronicle's dead and it was what I was doing, and I think I was decent at playing the game. So I'm sorry for everyone who expected more content. I got a comment from someone who was sad about there not being any content anymore and stuff, and that did make me a bit sad because I can't really deliver it. I don't want to deliver because the Chronicle doesn't really have a future in my opinion, so I don't want to continue doing it. And I'm not having fun. Like playing the game itself is still pretty fun, but the problem is it's not really changing. It's it was the same meta for months, and you have to wait so long to find an opponent sometimes for ranked, and that's just not so fun. So since there's gonna be different content on my YouTube channel, I understand if people are just gonna unsubscribe. That's okay with me. Um, I thank you for like being with the channel and stuff, and also thanks for the great Chronicle community that we had. Um, yeah, so I'm probably pretty soon gonna upload a RimWorld video, see how it goes. If you unsubscribe, it's okay. Thank you for being with me. Gonna end the video now. It's a bit longer than I wanted to be, but okay. So maybe see you next time. And if you're gonna leave, I wish you a nice time. Anyway, so yeah, see you.